sometimes the program that you written may be understand by you, but some people cannot understand because they don't have an idea about the coding and all the stuff. So for that, what we have to do is we will use the help of the flowcharts. So what exactly the flowchart will tell you is a flowchart is used to represent the logic of a program in a pictorial manner. So it means that whatever you want to write in a program, those steps will be represented in the form of pictures. So when you see the pictures, anybody can easily understand. So that is the advantage of using the flowchart. So flowcharts are used to represent the logic of a program in a pictorial manner. Here pictorial means in the form of symbols. Then we can understand easily. There are few symbols that are involved in designing the flowchart. So what are those symbols? We'll discuss here. The first one is the rectangle. It's not like this, it should be like this. The shapes, sometimes we don't have the shapes here. We can take like this also, no problem. This is one of the symbol. And next symbol is the rectangles type symbol. So the rectangle type symbol. And next symbol will look like a parallelogram. So hope you understand, everybody understand about the parallelogram concept. So it will look like this. So this type of symbol. Some slant, you have to adjust it correctly. It's like a parallelogram. So this is one of the symbol. And then another symbol is the diamond symbol. We have already here the diamond symbol. So the next symbol is arrow. Next symbol is arrow. So means these symbols, arrows. Maybe left arrow, right arrow, top arrow, bottom arrow. Whatever the arrow. So next one is a circle. Circle. So we have to see the difference between both of them. Actually, it's not exact picture look like that one. It will look like little bit different. Like when you have the rectangle, you will like this. And into the rectangle, we have another half circle like this. The symbol will look like. So just it look like exactly. So this is one symbol. This is another. We can remove this one. It is not required now. Okay. This is one symbol. This is another symbol. This is one symbol. This is. And more than 10. And the next symbol is, it will look like this. It's like a square. And into the square, we have like this shape. So So this is another step. So there is no need of the middle line here. So I will do one thing. I will write myself. So this is another symbol. So these are the total symbols that we have. I will explain these symbols one by one. This will tell about the starting and stop. So start and stop of a flowchart design. So whenever you find the symbol and the flowchart, we can say either the program logic have been started or it has been ended. So the program beginning and the program ending will be represented with the help of a start or stop. So next one, this one is about the process. It means that process means you want to do some calculations like area equal to pi r square. If you want to do some calculations or some expressions, evaluations, then you can use the process symbol. And when you want to give some input or if you want to take some output from the system, then you can use this symbol like parallelogram, input or output, input or output. It says that if you want to insert some value or if you want to get some value from the system, then you have to use the input or output symbol. And the diamond symbol is used for decisions. So what did mean the decision here? When you write a logic, sometimes you have to, it is required to take some decisions. See an example, I want to find the larger number between two numbers. If I have two numbers with me and I want to find the bigger number from them. So how do you the bigger number? If you check one number, if it is not more than the another number, then we can say it is a small number. If it is more than the other number, then you can say it's a bigger number. Hope understand clearly. If I have two numbers and I want to find the bigger number from those two numbers, then I have to take the decisions. So how do you take the decisions? I have to compare those two numbers. While comparing two numbers, if the first number is greater than the second number, then I can say the first number is bigger. Otherwise, I can say the second number is bigger. This is called the decision. So this is called the decision. It will happen two things. Either it is a true or false. When you take the decisions, you may take in positive direction or you may take in negative direction. So wherever you take any decisions, they have two things only. Either it is a yes or it is a no. You have to remember these things. Next one, the lines. So here the lines, that the arrow symbols that represents the flow of execution of a program. So means where the program started and what is the next step, where is the process going, and everything will be linked together. So means all the symbols here, start symbol, process symbol, input output symbol, decision symbol, and the rest of the symbols are all connected to each other with the help of the lines. Then you can easily understand the flow in which way the program is going to be executed. So, okay. And next one is circle. Circle is nothing but a connector. It is a connector. See, sometimes when you write a logic for the program, it will take more than the length of the off base. Then you want to start and or when you want to continue the same logic in the second side of the page, then you use the connectors. So means that sometimes you need not to have time to write on the same one side of the part of the page. If you take a page, you have two parts, left side and right side. I started writing the right, I started start writing on the left side. I'm drawing the flowchart from the left side. At the end of the left side, I found that there is to be more logic is pending. Then what I have to do, I will use the connector and you will take the connector to the right side of the page and it will start again. So because of that one, I am able to connect two logics together. Two logics together. An example, functions. When you use the functions, you write the code separately. Main function code is separate, another functions code are separate. If you want to connect between these two functions, then what you have to use, you use the connectors. So circles here are called the connectors. But connectors here are used to connect within the page only. So mean that when you write the logic, you have to write it in complete in single page only. Then you can use the connector. Sir, if it is more than one page, how I have to do? For that, we have the symbol, this one. This is for page connectors. So means that we have started writing the logic in a flowchart. The left side is over and the right side is over and still pending. So means it's required to take another page. So then you have to connect, you have to stop here and make a connector, and this connector has to be connected to the second page. So this is the advantage of using the flowchart. So these are only the symbols that we are using in the flowchart. One is the start and stop symbol. Next one is the process symbol, input, output, decision, lines, connector, page connector. Start and stop is basically used to know where the program started and where the program terminated. And the rectangle is used to know is there any calculations that are made or any expression evaluation is happened in the programming logic. Then you have to put in the process part. Whenever you give some input or whenever you get some output, then you have to use the parallelogram, like then you have to easily understand. Next one, the decision diamond symbol. Diamond symbols are used to represent the decisions. So decisions might be the true or false. It can be yes or no. So where we use the decisions in time, in sometimes in the logic of a program that is need to take a call to check for a specific logic. If you want to check the logic, then you can use the decisions. The lines, the horizontal lines, vertical lines, I mean the vertical arrow, horizontal arrow, I mean left arrow, right arrow, top arrow, bottom arrow. These four arrows are used to connect all the symbols that are available in the flowchart together. And next one, circle, that is used as a connector to connect the logic from one place with another place. If you want to connect from the other page, then you have to use the page connectors. So this is all about the what we call as the flowcharts. So let us see an example that you can understand about the flowchart. I will show you. Okay. See this example. You can understand it clearly that here I am starting the program logic. So that's why here I'm representing the starting and the ending. Starting and the ending. Next one, in this the parallelogram, I am taking two numbers. Take number 1 and number 2. So I already told that the parallelograms are used to take input or display the output. So here in the rectangle, I am using the logic. I am giving some evaluation. That average equal to num1 plus num2 by 2. So even when I start the program, first I am taking input for two numbers, and then I am adding both numbers and make it as average, and I'm storing the result value in the average variable. So finally I am printing the average here. So what happening? That take number 1 and 2 and print average, both are input and output flowchart symbols. Start and end are the starting and ending symbols. Here the rectangle is the process symbol. In process symbol, we do the calculations. Here I am doing the calculation to find the average of the given two numbers. So this is about the simple program, simple flowchart that represents to find the average of two numbers. So here I have used how many symbols I have. I used start and stop symbol, input symbol, and process symbol. I just use three symbols only. And also I use one more symbol that is called the line symbol. So here see, I am using the lines, the down arrow lines, means the top, bottom rows, bottom lines. And so here, down arrow, down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. So what it exactly does is, after starting, you have to take the input for number 2. After taking the input, you have to find the average. After finding the average, you have to print the average. And finally, you have to end the program. So means for every program, you have to write the logic like this one. So because of this type of writing logic, you can easily understand the way of execution of a program, and any people can understand your program easily. So this is about the flowchart. Now let's see another topic, that is algorithm. Okay. So what is meant by algorithm? Algorithm is step by step process of writing code. So means that when you try to write a program, so first you have to understand what steps we have to follow. Those steps we have to first write on a paper, and that is called an algorithm. So algorithm is the step-by-step process of writing program. See an example which we have seen earlier, that to find the average of two numbers. For that, what we have to do? First one, what we do? Start the pro. Start. First, you have to do start. Then input A comma B. Input A comma B. Next one, average equal to A plus B divided by 2. Sorry. Display average. So this is the simple logic. Finally, and so this is nothing but an algorithm. This is nothing but an algorithm. So what is the need of writing the algorithms? So whenever you want to write any program, first you have to keep in mind that what logic you are want to write. So first write a line by line, line by line, line by line. This is called an algorithm. Then you kept this algorithm into the part of the flow chart. Sir, what is the need of keeping algorithm into flow chart model? Means algorithm you can only understand, but flowchart anybody can understand. So that is the advantage of using the algorithms in flowcharts. So algorithm is step-by-step process of writing a program. Whenever you want to, or if you want to write any program, you must be aware that you have to write first the step-by-step process of program logic. Then you can easily understand. The way of representing the step-by-step processing is called an algorithm. So what is the use of the algorithms? Means if you want to sort, if you want to, very we can use mostly in algorithms. Means if you want to sort, you continue. I think you understand about the concept of sorting. Sorting is nothing but arranging of records, arranging of information. You see, in a school, you have there are so many people that in the classroom. So if I ask you to sort yourself by your register number or roll number, then what you have to do is you have to scan according to your roll number wise. Otherwise, if I ask you to scan by your second language, then you can sort by your second language. So sorting is nothing but the process of arranging. The process of arranging. That whatever it be the process, that is process of arranging in a particular order. In a particular order. So if you want to do sorting, you can use the concept of algorithm. If you want to search, if you want to search, see, I have so many records in my table or something, wherever it may be. I want to get some information. Then I want to search. So search is means looking for a record. Then you can use the concept of algorithms. If you want to insert some record, then you need algorithm. If you want to update some record, you need algorithm. If you want to delete some record, you need algorithm. So this is a basic concept of using the algorithms. So these concepts are mostly used in the concept of the data structures, which is a subsequent to the C programming language. After C programming, some people go with the data structures and some people will go with the C++. When you go to the C data structures, you can understand the concepts of sorting, searching, inserting, updating, and deleting. So sorting, but nothing but arranging in a particular order. Searching means if you have 10 records, let us see in a classroom, if you have 30 members, I want to search for a specific person. How can I search? Either I can search with the help of his roll number, either search can help of his second language, either I can search with the help of his name, or his mobile number, whatever it may be. So that is the concept of searching. Inserting means you have 13 number of students in the classroom and some guy is joined into school and he wishes to join with the class. That is the concept of inserting. So it means that we have 30 members already and one more person is going to be joined. That is inserting. And deleting, updating means there are, for example, there are 30 people in the classroom. Out of 30 people, 10 members second language is Hindi. And out of the 10 people, 2 people came to me and approached that, sir, I want to change my second language to Telugu. So that is called updating. So means the information is already available. And if wish to change the information, then I have to use the concept of updation. Deletion. There is a classroom, 30 people are there, and one people want to take the TC and you want to leave the school or college, then I will use delete. So here, there is a possibility of the following 5 operations with the help of algorithms. Algorithms mostly use the concept of data structures. You may use in the C programming also. What is the purpose of algorithm is anybody can understand the step-by-step process easily. Because in the program, You will use number of syntaxes or semicolons, percentages, whatever different curly braces like that. Anybody cannot understand easily. But whereas in case of the algorithm, there is a simple English, anybody can understand easily. The logic can be easily understood to everyone. That is the advantage. And even the people, they are not able to understand the English, then they go for the flow charts. They can understand, oh, like this, the flow is go like this, here from here to here, like this, they can understand it. So this is called the flow charts and algorithms. Next, come to the point of keywords. What are the keywords? We already discussed it earlier in the last section. Keywords are the reserved words. Reserved words in C. There are 32 keywords. There are 32 keywords. Sir, what are those keywords? I will show you. See here. These are all the keywords that we have. Auto, double, int, struct, break, else, long, switch, case, enum, register, type def, char, extend. So when you see here, there are 8 in the line. 8 into 4, 32. There are totally 32 keywords in C program. Sir, why is the necessity of keywords? Means the keywords are used to represent something. If you want to declare a function, you can use the help of the keywords. If you want to declare a variable, you can use the concept of keywords. If you want to create the structures, you can use the concept of keywords. And if you want to do some logic, if, else, while, then also you can use the keywords. So there are total number of 32 keywords in C programming. There is no need of keep mind in everything. You will, when you write, they can understand easily. When you go to the programs in details one by one, these all will come anyhow. So there are 32 keywords in C programming. Then come to the point of what is called the identifiers. So identifiers are names given by functions or variables or structures. So functions, variables, structures are the parts of the C programming, part and part of the C programming language. So if you want to declare some variable, or if you want to declare some function, or if you want to declare some structures, you have to specify the name for those things. Variable, you have to give the name. For structure, you have to give name. For function, you have to give the name. Those are called the identifiers. Main function. Here, main is the identifier. So any function, any variable, any structure contains its name, its identity. See, example, I can say, how can you guess me who is my name? Swaru. You can use Meghna. So means that by the name of you can easily identify. If you are in a classroom of 30 people, and how can you call the teacher to you? Then you need an identity. Otherwise, she has to call with a roll number. Otherwise, she has to call with your name. So that is called the identity. So in the same way, whenever you declare a variable or a function or a structure, you need some name. That is called identifier. That is called identifier. Then come to the point, next one. What is the constants? Constants are the data values. Constants, the data elements are values. Data elements that stores a value. So a data element, I mean the data element can store some value, whatever the value that can store, but it cannot be altered. So means that data element here, the constant is one of the data element that stores some value. But whatever the value that is stored in the data element cannot be changed. Whenever you write the starting the program, the value will remain same till the end of the program. So how can you define the constants with the help of the symbol as defined? As defined. So you have to example 3.414. So here pi is a constant and its value is 3.414 and it is defined So constants can be defined with the help of as defined preprocessor as defined preprocessor used to define the constants. Next one, variable. Variable is also the data element that stores a value. It can be altered. So it means that whenever you give some value to the variable, the value can be changed throughout the program. That is the difference between the constants and the variables. Okay. This is all about the section for today. In next section, we discuss about what are the different types of operators and what are the different of format specifiers. What are the different types of operators and format specifier? We'll discuss in the next topic. From the next topic, after that, we'll start the simple programming one by one.